Hey guys, welcome back to a brand new Ninjago video here on the channel. My name is TannerFishies. In today's video, we are going to be doing something a little bit different. I will be reacting to a Ninjago fan animation entitled The Path of Lightning, a short Dragons Rising film brought to us by this channel right here. Not sure how we pronounce this. It's either Beto or Beto S. Again, sorry if I'm mispronouncing your name here. I will be linking the original video in the description, so check that out if you feel so inclined. But regarding this channel, I was approached by a friend of this channel and a friend of mine known as Brickalips. I'm sure you guys remember Brickalips. He has asked me to blind react to this video, so I figured why not? Could be fun. I've never heard of this before, The Path of Lightning, so I feel like this could be a very interesting reaction. So without further ado, let's go ahead and dive on over to my share screen. All right, so here we go. We have the reaction all ready to go here. We got the video booted up. I did not know what to put for, just the background image here, so I just kind of threw something together. So what we're going to do is I'm going to watch a little bit of it, then we're going to pause, I will give my thoughts, so on and so forth. I'm not a fan of those reaction videos that, sit through the entire thing front to back, so whenever I have something of note to say, I will pause and make my thoughts known. So let's get started.
I had a purpose. I would find answers.
Okay, so pausing really quick. I do like the animation. The animation looks pretty crisp, pretty clean. Despite being a fan animation, I feel like this does kind of have some continuity taking place after Season 2, Part 2. After Jay was let go from the tournament, as you can see, he is still in his Evil Jay attire here. I like the use of the Dragons Rising mask piece. That looks pretty good. It always looked good on Evil Jay, in my opinion. That's like one of the only instances where I feel like this mask piece, or at least the face print, actually does work. Like I said, animation is pretty crisp so far. Not sure about the voice acting. I really hope it's like actual people doing the voice, and it's not like some type of AI generated thing. I can't stand AI generated voices and videos and all that great stuff. Really hope that's not the case here, because it does sound a lot like Jay, and if it is like an actual person doing the voice, huge props to whoever that is, because it sounds pretty much exactly like Jay. That's like my only thing so far. I hope the voice acting is not AI generated. Let's continue.
It's time for me to figure out my own way, to follow my own path, wherever it takes me.
And that path would presumably be the Path of Lightning, hence the title, I suppose. Yeah, so like I said, animation is pretty great so far. I really hope that Dragons Rising Season 3 does do something similar to this, where we kind of see the inner monologue of Jay, or we hear it rather, but we kind of see what Jay is going through. I think that would be a very good way for the audience to connect with Jay, because all things considered, throughout Dragons Rising so far, Jay has kind of always been on the outside, but if Season 3 gives us something like this, where we actually get to understand Jay more and actually see some of Jay's perspective, I think that will be very strong, and that's something that I do appreciate about this fan animation.
Hello?
Can't you hear me?
Is someone here?
What's happening to you?
Mia?
I am right here, Jay. But what are you doing here?
Okay, I'm gonna say, okay, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, feel free, but Nia's voice does kind of sound AI generated, which I'm not the biggest fan of, just being truthful and honest there. I like fan concepts, fan animation, all that good stuff. I just kind of wish that the voice acting, and again, correct me if I'm wrong, but if the voice acting was actual people, like Ninjago fans volunteering to do the voice, I think this would have been a lot better, dare I say. Again, if I'm wrong, feel free to correct me, but Nia especially sounds a little robotic. Just a critique, nothing, nothing against the animator or anything like that. I think the animation is beautiful. I'm just saying, voice acting, kind of questionable, if it's even acting. I like the title sequence. That's pretty cool. I think that makes a lot of sense. Love that.
Void, Sora, and Wildfire went to look for Aaron.
Ooh, flashback.
Huh? Jay?
What are you doing, Kai?
Fast Spinjitzu technique? What do you think?
Okay, I'm not I'm not crazy about Kai's voice. I do like these suits though. The suits look pretty good. Again, kind of like a Ninjago core flashback that we see from Dragon's Rising proper. Again, these suits are not canon, but I still think they look pretty good. The ninja training at the monastery looks completely fine. I do hope that we do see more flashbacks like this in Dragon's Rising Season 3, like, proper. Because, again, flashbacks just go on to emphasize the emotion, what the characters are feeling in situations like this. Season 2 of Dragon's Rising did a great job at that, especially when it came to the Jay and Nia stuff. So here's hoping Season 3 of Dragon's Rising actually goes ahead and... I didn't mean to play that. I hope Season 3 actually does do more stuff like this, like more flashbacks, more emotional moments between Jay and Nia, especially when it comes to how Jay lost his memories. So.
But who is this person?
His name is Morbius.
Morbius?
Entity that manifests in the dark forests.
Hold on. Morbius, like that Morbius?
You again, lady?
Just listen to me, Jay.
I do like how he still calls Nia lady. That was one of my favorite parts of Dragon's Rising Season 2 Part 2. Do I look like I know you, lady? That was so cool. Well, not cool, but, you know, funny, at least. You know, Jay just doesn't recognize Nia. I like how he keeps on calling her lady.
And shattered. Her family.
This is awful.
Okay, just kind of pause there. I do like the idea of Jay... being like this type of vigilante, if I can rewind through. I like the idea of Jay being a vigilante. I hope we see a lot of that when he eventually does become rogue, like him helping people in his own way just because he's going off of that, you know, that secondhand nature that he needs to help people, but he's not quite sure why he's doing it. I like that idea quite a bit. Morbius. I'm still kind of thrown off by that too. But I do like this idea. If we see that in Season 3, I think that would be extremely awesome. Whoa, what's going on there? Okay, so rewinding really quick, because I need to share some thoughts. I like the werewolf creature. He kind of reminds me of like Nimbus from Season 5 in the sense that he's kind of like disturbing looking, but also kind of funny looking. I think that design is pretty fun. Jay kind of zaps him, and I don't know what's going on here. Why Jay is like being a little evil. You got the red eyes there. I guess we will just keep on watching and hopefully we will find out. Yeah, I also like how the girl, I think she said that her name was Aya. In case you guys don't know, Aya was one of the original names when they were developing Nia's character for Nia. So Nia at one point in time was almost Aya. People speculate that's where Nia's mother's name Maya comes from because Maya and Aya sound similar. But still, if that's a reference to Aya, like Nia's original name, I think that is a pretty clever reference right there. Anyway, let's continue.
Wait, who are you? Morbius?
So, you've heard of me.
Jay warned me about you. Don't take a step forward, or I'll stop you.
I'm afraid your time is up.
Ooh, this guy's cool. I like his design. Borrowing inspiration from the Drix minifigure, it seems. But I think this design's pretty sick. Kind of reminds me of, like, you know, a Forbidden 5 member. Yeah, looks pretty awesome. Let's continue.
There's no escape for you now.
It's kind of got like Doctor Strange portals. Oh hey, is that the Master Wu Ghost? I wonder. I guess we'll find out.
Jay.
Oh yeah.
Nia is in trouble.
Yeah, that's Master Wu.
She needs your help.
Ooh, that looks nice. Really pretty. Kind of reminds me of Nia's NRG form from Seabound. Okay, I kind of like where this is going. It's kind of like reverse Seabound, you know? Where instead of Jay being dead, quote unquote, and Nia, you know, turning elemental to save him. It's kind of like the reverse of that. I'm not sure if I would like to see something like that in season 3, like as it is. I feel like that might be a little repetitive, like in the actual Ninjago series, but for a fan idea, I think it's pretty cool. Totally harmless. I also like how Jay looks too. You can see that dragon, or the source dragon symbol right there, that the Dragon's Rising suits have used before. Jay kind of connecting with his element would reveal the source dragon within. I think that's a really cool idea, really cool concept. Not sure how I feel about Master Wu being the one to actually get Jay freed of this possession, or whatever you want to call it there. I kind of hope that in Dragon's Rising Season 3, Jay overcomes this on his own, and finds himself, you know, by himself. Maybe Nia could be there to kind of like influence that, but not like to this degree.
But I realized something.
Wait.
I'm here for you, Nia.
How did you even find me?
Something told me you were in danger. Then suddenly, lightning sparked inside me. I couldn't stop until I saw what was left of Morbius.
Morbius!
You actually defeated that madman?
Yeah, Morbius is dead.
Yes, Nia.
R.I.P.
And I
Morbius.
always will.
Okay, so that's kind of our climactic ending there. Okay, I've heard this be brought up too, the concept of Jay never gaining his memories back, but instead, you know, understanding that he's got to be there for Nia. I'm not sure if that would necessarily work, because we'd kind of be, you know, we would basically just be reinventing Jay from the ground up. I'm not sure if Dragon's Rising should do that, like in the actual show, but it is an interesting idea. Like, you know, what if Jay never gets his memories back and has to fall in love with Nia all over again? I think that could work, but I think it would be a lot simpler and a lot more, you know, satisfying to have Jay be restored as Jay and not necessarily this new version of Jay. But again, for a fan animation, it's a pretty interesting idea. And I do think that idea on its own is fascinating, you know? But again, I'm not sure if it would work in the grand scheme of things for Ninjago Dragon's Rising Season 3. I do love a lot of this fan animation. I like the animation itself. I think it looks pretty good, all things considered. The storyline is, again, intriguing. You know, for a fan animation. The only thing that I'm not big on is the voice work, the voice acting, if you can even call it voice acting. It sounds very AI generated. Again, feel free to correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like it would have been a lot more impactful if we actually had voice actors volunteering for this animation, because as it stands, this is a very awesome idea. I think all in all, this is a pretty successful fan animation, especially, you know, for being a fan animation. It looks pretty decent, and the storyline is pretty, you know, consistent with what we've seen from Dragon's Rising thus far. The only thing that I'll critique is, again, the voices. I hope that in the future, maybe we could normalize not using AI, to produce the voices. Again, correct me if I'm wrong, but it sounds AI generated. But overall, that's pretty much going to do it for my thoughts on the Path of Lightning. Feel free to leave all of your thoughts down below. Like I said, I will be linking this video, the original, in the description. Check it out if you feel so inclined. In the meantime, thank you so much for watching this video right here. If you guys enjoyed this one, feel free to like and subscribe, do all that fun stuff, and I will talk to you guys again very, very soon. Peace.